Hi everyone, I'm Will, and today we are in the F3 car at Lime Rock Park, the Grand Prix configuration. We're going to be driving this pink Racing Point Force India livery number 7 car on the left side of your screen. Starting in 6th place, decent qualifying. It's going to be very important for this 10-minute race in the Formula Sprint Series on iRacing. We're going on the outlap now behind the pace car. So we come through these last few corners, waiting for the pace car to go in and start the race. And keep an eye on the number 15 starting next to us of Alex Maddie. We're going to be with him for a lot of the race, spending a lot of time playing defense against him. Didn't spend a lot of time preparing for this one. I've mainly been racing the BMW 12.0 series as the pace car goes in and we get underway. So not a ton of practice before this one, just making sure that I can be consistent. I know there are faster drivers on the track than me, so I'm just here trying to make sure that I drive safely, don't get caught up in any accidents, and end up in a good position. So first lap so far, everything's going well, no one crashing in front of us. Looks like we're going to be in 6th place, I believe, as had one person get up ahead of us. We have lost one back there, just missing out on that crash. Locking up the brakes, we're locking up that front right. You can see it stopped completely, side by side, through this S-curve, which is not a place that you want to be side by side. You lose a lot of time through that. Alex Maddie trying to get beside us as well, but we're going to keep him behind for now as we come to the end of lap 1. This is only a 10-minute race, but this track is very short, and in this F3 car you can get through a lap in about 47 seconds or so. So plenty of laps are going to be completed, 13 laps in a 10-minute period here. So up into 6th now, same place we started. Alex Maddie 0.3 of a second behind us, trying to catch up to Eritz in front of us in the number 11, less than a second to him. This track is very narrow, and that's the most important spot right there where you can really mess up. If you actually hit any of those curves on the outside of any of the curves there, you're going to end up messing up your suspension and completely destroy it and end up out of the race and being towed back to the pits. So end of lap 2 now, less than 2 minutes in. Got a half second on Alex Maddie behind us and still trying to catch up to Eris in the number 11 ahead. But he is pulling away. He's a full second and a half ahead of us now. And Alex is right behind us, looking for a place to get by. And as you can see by looking at my safety rating and my iRating there next to my name in the leaderboard, that it was very important for me in this race to make sure I have a clean race and move up on my iRating and safety rating, which have both taken a hit recently in some of these smaller track races. You have 10-minute races, 12-minute races in the BMW series. You end up with a lot of wrecks because everyone's going for it the entire race, because you don't really have time to sit back and wait for an opening. You just have to go for it when the opportunity presents itself. So still in 6th, Alex Maddie behind us. In 7th, half a second now, as we are now on lap 4 of 13, almost 3 minutes into the race. So Alex behind, right on top of us, looking for a place to get by. You see him taking a little bit of a different line, looking for a place where he can get by us, but nothing's happening so far. Again, locking up that front right. Not quite as bad, but still not good. Luckily, this is just a 10-minute race, so the tires will last more than enough to get us through that no matter what we do. As long as we don't end up destroying the suspension or anything, we'll be fine. Trying to avoid those tall curbs coming on that final corner, because it's not a big of a problem in some of the touring cars and GT3 cars, GTE cars, but in these Formula 3 cars, it is quite an issue, as it'll actually mess up your suspension and it can unsettle the car and send you into a wall if you're not careful. Another example is a curb on the right there. Can also mess up your car and send you flying. And of course, as we get down in the 2nd gear, coming through these twisties here, any of those tall red curves can completely destroy your race and either send you off into the grass somewhere, or just hitting them, even if you keep it in a straight line, can completely destroy the suspension of the car and send you back to the pits. So coming to the end of lap 5 now, still in 6th place, still trying to hold on to this position so we can get our iRating and safety rating up without having any incidents. No incidents so far. Everything's been very clean, good racing from everybody. Alex 0.3 of a second behind us. Gonna really be trying to make that gap bigger, but as I say that, he pulls in even closer. All he really needs is for us to make a small mistake and he's gonna be able to get past. Much better this time into those S-curves. We're gonna have over a half second now to Alex behind, give us a little bit of breathing room, see if we can focus on Eric's ahead. About 2 seconds difference there, but hopefully he's getting held up by Felipe, the number 4 car, who's all the way back in 16th place and being lapped, and Eric's gonna get past him. So now we're gonna have to look at getting past this lapped car as well, and Felipe in the number 4. Alex still about a half second behind. You see locked up a little bit there. A little smoke coming from those rear tires. Some grass on the course where somebody came off and came back on there. It looks like grass is very unforgiving on this track. If you get any wheel slightly off the track onto the grass, there's a good chance you're going to end up sending it into a wall unless you get off the throttle and are in a perfectly straight line until you rejoin. Coming through the final corner of lap 7, 5.5 minutes done of the 10-minute race, still in 6th place. Catching up to Felipe, the lap car in front of us. He should be seeing a blue flag about now, so hopefully when we catch up, he'll give us room. We can continue about our race safely. Alex still not giving us any breathing room. He is right behind, still looking for a mistake. As there are a lot of cars in this little group here. So if anyone makes a mistake up here, and speaking of which, there's a lapped car, Van Bell in the number 5, so all the way back in 14th, lost it through the S-curves there. You see some more grass on the track where someone lost it or came back onto the track right before these last 2 corners. 0.3 of a second Alex behind, as we're going to try to get past Felipe here, I believe. We're going to go ahead and lap him. Hopefully he lets us do so. He's got that Petronas AMG livery on there, and he lets us by, and he lets Alex by as well. So a lot of times, getting past the lap car can help you out because it can slow down the person behind you, but they let Alex by as well, so no chance in that being a help, but Alex is still 0.4 of a second behind, and it doesn't look like we're going to be catching Eric anytime soon as he is a full 2 or so seconds ahead in the number 11 car. Lap 9 of 13, 7 minutes out of 10 minutes gone. Alex still right in the mirror, not giving us any room to think about our attack on someone ahead. You can see me here trying to break that toe. He is so close. He can get that toe behind us. And I don't have anyone in front of me. He's going to go for the outside here. Doesn't quite have it there. Doesn't quite really get beside of me. And he's still going to be behind. But I know he's going to continue trying that since we don't have anyone terribly close in front of us. He's going to have the aerodynamic advantage coming through these straights, which is going to let him pull right up on us and probably slingshot himself by on the main straight. Finally getting the hang of these S-curves here, but Alex is as well, as he's still right behind us. Coming through the final 2 corners of lap 10 now. Half second Alex behind. Try and just keep him back there. Trying to break that toe again, moving to the middle of the track. Realizing he's not going to have the chance to make it all the way up to us. Going for the outside again, he catches a little bit of dirt there. Very lucky that he didn't spin it and send it flying there. But he's still right on our back bumper, or lack thereof rather. As we come up to these S-curves again, hard on the brakes, down a second, try not to lock it up. Taking a very cautious braking line there. Could be on the brakes a little bit later, but with him behind, it's not really an overtaking spot, so no matter what, as long as we're through there safely, we should be okay. Race closing, coming to a end now, and still half second to Alex behind, trying to break that toe still. He's going to be catching up just a little bit, 0.4 of a second. So we come into the penultimate lap, lap 12 of 13. It looks like I had a car sitting back there. I believe that was a lapped car. So not going to make any difference to us. Still have grass on the track right there, coming to this right-hander. Trying to hold on to 6 still. Playing defense the entire race, looking for defensive lines. He's trying to keep him where he's at. Luckily, he's trying to keep it clean and hasn't really gone for any dive bombs or any brave overtakes. We're getting ready to start the final lap, lap 13. So if Alex wants a chance to get us, this is going to be where he looks for it. Went to the inside to break the toe. He didn't follow, but he's still right behind us, 0.2 of a second. Looking to the outside just a little bit there, but not going to have it. That's not really an overtaking spot whatsoever, unless you have someone letting you by. You see how close he has been this whole race. He locks up the front right there. Same thing I was doing earlier in the race. I think at this point he's just accepted that he's going to stay back there. Going to the final 2 corners here. If he has a chance to overtake, this is going to be it. You see him, he is beside of us, but not going to have time to get past. He may have been passed by turn 1 if the race had continued. But with that, we're going to end up in 6th place, same place we started here. And great race. Really didn't spend much time overtaking. Spent the entire race worried about playing defense on Alex behind us, making sure he doesn't get past. And luckily, we're able to do so and have a clean race. No incidents. So safety rating, iRating surely improved after this one. But thanks everyone for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.